Greetings, myself Mohammad Murtaza. I am presenting my paper on statistical analysis of natural radioactivity measurements for the soil of Tirunelveli district. The main introduction for this work is the natural radionuclides in the soil generate a significant amount of uranium, thorium, and potassium and the declination products. And human beings are exposed outdoors for the natural terrestrial radiation that originates predominantly from the upper 30 centimeters of the soil only. The measurement of natural radioactivity in soils is necessary to determine the change of the natural background activity with time. In view of the soil radioactivity, it is a good indicator of the distribution and accumulation of radioactivity in the environment. The aim of this work is to determine the radioactivity levels in soil and the assessment of radiation hazards associated with the soil. The main study area is the Tirunelveli district. The Tirunelveli district spans for an area of about 6,188 kilometers. The district has been split into grids by made of 10.85 by 10.85 kilometers, and 63 locations were identified as shown in this picture. And the samples were collected from just 63 locations from the Tirunelveli district using the grid method. And each locations, the samples were taken from the four corners and one from the center for a depth of about 0 to 5 centimeters. And all these samples were mixed together to make as a bulk sample. The samples were air dried and larger stone fragments or shells were hand picked out. The samples were made a sieve analysis using a 2 millimeter sieves and finally grinded using a agate mortar. All the powder samples were kept in desired containers until they were analyzed for their respective parameters. Samples were then finalized for the radioactivity analysis. The samples were stored for a 4-week period to allow the radioactivity circular equilibrium to be attained between uranium-238 and radium-236. Similarly, for thorium to radium-238, 228 and their progenesis. And sample analysis, all the samples were subjected to a gamma spectral analysis with a counting time of 10,000 seconds. A 3-inch by 3-inch sodium iodide scintillation detector was employed with adequate lead shielding, which reduced the background by a factor of about 95%. The concentrations of various nucleides of interest, especially uranium, thorium, and potassium, were determined in becquerel per kg using the count spectra. The gamma ray photo peaks corresponding to 1.46 million electron volt for potassium, 1.76 million electron volt for and 2.614 million electron volt were considered in arriving the activities for potassium, uranium, and thorium. The detection limit of sodium iodide scintillation detector system for potassium, uranium, thorium are 8.5, 2.21, 2.11 becquerel per kg respectively for a counting time of about 10,000 seconds. Coming to results and discussion, we have collected 63 numbers of samples. So the results were plotted for 63 since it's going for a very lengthy and presenting only the minimum, maximum, and average of the what is the recommendation limit for the radionuclides. For uranium, we have got 2.5807 for TVM 14, which is the minimum, and maximum at 80.745 becquerel per kg. For thorium, it ranged between 3.78 to 149.42 with a mean of 35.809. For potassium, it was 86.89 to 893.387 with an average of 356. The recommended old limit is for uranium, it is 40 becquerel per kg, for thorium 40 becquerel per kg, and for potassium it's 400 becquerel per kg. All the samples that were analyzed are within the specified old limit, posing no hazardness. The same has been shown here, which is showing this TVM 42 highest amount of uranium, potassium, and similarly here TVM 7 for potassium and TVM 42 for thorium. Calculation of radiological effects. The radiological effects especially the radiological effects especially for the radium equivalent is calculated by the equation which is mentioned here. AU plus 1.43 ATH plus AK, where AU, ATH and AK are the activity concentrations of uranium, thorium, and potassium, which is similarly the observed dose rate is given for the nano gray per hour, and the annual effective dose equivalent AED, which is given in the nanogray per hour, which is given in millisieverts per year. The external and internal hazard indices are calculated based on the provided equations. Here, all the radiological hazard parameters have been calculated for all the 63 location samples. The calculated values of hazard indices were lower than unity, which is the world limit value, which our value is of the range of, as mentioned, which is in the range of 0.26 and 0.32, whereas the annual effective dose rate, it is 0.56, absorbed dose rate 45, and radium equivalent, which is in the 98.7, whereas the world limit is 370. For absorbed dose rate, it is 84 nanogray per hour, and it is 0.46 millisievert per year, and unity is the hazard indexes. So I had made the basic statistical analysis. I had calculated the 5 types of statistical analysis, which is basic statistics, frequency histogram, Pearson correlation, principal component, and cluster analysis. The basic statistics has been calculated based on the mean, median, standard deviation, variance, skewness, kurtosis, minimum, and maximum. The skewness is calculated for all the 3 radionuclides, and it shows positive skewness, which indicate that they are asymmetric in nature. And kurtosis is all the radionuclides showing a peak distribution, and showed that the curve is more peak than the normal curve, indicating that it is leptokuretic. The histograms for the uranium, thorium, and potassium are shown here. Yeah. In the histogram, for the potassium graph shows the normal bell-shaped distribution, whereas for the uranium 238 and thorium shows a relative flat distribution. The third comes the Pearson correlation analysis. The table has been mentioned for various radionuclides and the physicochemical parameters. From the table, it is seen that the strong positive correlation is observed to exist between the 3 radionuclides, uranium, thorium, potassium, and all the radiation hazard parameters. This indicated that all the 3 radionuclides contribute to the emission of gamma radiations in all the locations. Strong correlations are observed between uranium, thorium, and while weak one is noticed for potassium and uranium and thorium. This is due to the potassium originates from different decay series. Moreover, it is also found that a very strong correlation between all radiation hazard parameter with thorium indicated that the thorium has effects that are more powerful in radiation hazard results than uranium 238 and potassium respectively. The fourth comes the principal component analysis. The principal, both are made into 2 components. The principal component analysis is a multivariate statistical techniques by which variables of a set of samples are linearly combined, giving rise to a new fundamental components that can provide a better description and a quantitative interpretation of data. Here we had made the 2 components. The first factor seems to be related to uranium and thorium and all radiological hazard parameters there, and very strong correlation between them. From the second factor, it accounts for positive loading of potassium. From the overall factor analysis, it can be deduced that the uranium and thorium dominantly increase the radioactivity in all sample and soil. Finally, when it comes to the fifth statistical analysis, the cluster analysis. The hierarchical cluster analysis is one of the multivariate statistical analysis that is used to identify and classify the objects of the system into groups based on their similarities, and to find an optimal grouping from which the observations or objects within each group are similar. But these groups are dissimilar from each other. So the cluster analysis is primarily composed of uranium. The first cluster is primarily composed of uranium, thorium concentration, and all the radiological parameters. This second cluster is of potassium and at least linked to the radiological parameters. This may be due to the potassium, which is a pre-moridal single occurrence radioisotope. The cluster analysis reveals that the concentration of thorium are more related to the radiological parameters in the study area. Finally, when it comes to the conclusion, the study natural radioactivity concentrations of uranium, thorium, and potassium in samples of thermonormalistics measured using gamma spectrometer All the levels are less as compared to the old levels, which is mentioned here. All the measured radiological parameters are less than the permissible limit. The radiological data were processed using multivariate statistical methods to determine the similarities and correlation among the various samples. The frequency distributions for all radionuclides were analyzed. The results from Pearson correlation cluster analysis, principal components analysis showed that the radiological parameters is primarily depends upon the activity of concentrations of uranium and thorium. These results may also be used as a reference data for monitoring possible backgrounds of radiation in future. The main references are shown here, and thank everyone for giving me a chance here to present my paper for this PEN conference.